Bitcoin lost a key level on the weekly time frame, guys. We are going to have a talk about that in today's video, but we are also going to dive into the short term time frame where Bitcoin might form a falling wedge formation right now, and where we can see a breakout form in the next coming days in the short term time frame. So guys, all about that in today's video. With that being said, my name is Jeroen. Welcome to the Blockchain Today, the channel where you subscribe for daily crypto videos. Right now, let's jump into Bitcoin. But before we are zooming in on the Bitcoin price, guys, make sure to scroll below this video with every single one of you. Smash up that like button. Very much appreciated. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Then, guys, first of all, let's go to the weekly time frame, because there has been some developments on the weekly time frame, because yesterday we have closed another weekly candle, and that weekly candle has been a close below the 21 weekly exponential moving average, the pink line right here, and that is generally said quite a bearish sign. So we have been watching this level already for quite some time, especially the moment we broke it. That would unlock a lot of bullish potential, but a failed retest right here and a break back below this level is just a failed attempt of breakout out of this key moving average. So right now it's also important to have a more bearish approach right there on the Bitcoin price action until we are seeing Bitcoin reclaiming this level again. And I don't want to be too bearish, because I will show you some signals in today's video why I basically am not too bearish on Bitcoin. But it is just important that we are using these signals not in a deterministic way, but that we really interpreted it as what it is, right? And normally what we have been seeing in the historical price action of Bitcoin, a failed attempt of breakout above the bull market support band, which is the 21 weekly exponential moving average, is very bearish if we lose that level again after breaking it. So this is just generally a very bearish sign, and we do want to recognize that, even though there are some optimistic signs too. Then guys, when we have a look at the weekly time frame of Bitcoin, then the more optimistic sign that we are seeing is definitely the funding rates in general, because we have already seen over an extended amount of time negative funding rates. And when we have a look at the historical price action of Bitcoin, there hasn't been a situation where we have seen a significant move down after an extended period of time of negative funding rates. So that is very contradictory with what we are seeing right now, losing that 21 weekly moving average, because that is just a very bearish signal, while the funding rates definitely point to Bitcoin seeing higher prices over the next coming months. And normally, if we want to see a change in that regarding the funding rates, we have to see something like this, that they turn slightly positive again above zero, and then eventually we can see that there is space again to go downwards. But right now we have just such a extended amount of time where we are seeing negative funding rates, and almost every time in Bitcoin's price history we are seeing the price moving up from such periods. So we can see, for example, right here, negative funding rates, price goes up. We got right here, point of negative funding rates, price goes up. Right here we have a period of negative funding rates, eventually the price drives up. There is not really an example where we have a extended amount of time negative funding rates and where the price continues to move in a structured move down. So that is just one of the more optimistic signs that we are seeing right now. Very contradictory with the moving average on the weekly time frame, the 21 weekly exponential moving average. So guys, losing that key level is a very bearish sign for Bitcoin, but I do think there is still hope for Bitcoin due to the fact that we have that negative funding rates over a extended amount of time. And most of the time, actually all the time, the price tends to trend up, unless we are seeing first the funding rates flipping back positive. Then we have more space or more momentum to see lower levels, but right now that's not yet the case. So the funding rates are still negative, which in generally is a optimistic sign for Bitcoin. But losing this key level right on the weekly time frame is very negative. So I'm also going to be of the opinion right here, just how cautious we were actually with losing these fib levels. Right now I'm going to assume Bitcoin is looking bearish until we can break back above that bull market support band, which right now is at roughly 43,800. Then guys, on the weekly time frame, we also have a nice structure that we can see over on the relative strength index. We have some form of a support that we are running into, some horizontal support, but we have also a very clear declining resistance right here, which we haven't broken so far, but this could also be a nice signal if we are breaking that declining resistance, that we are going to see some bullish momentum entering Bitcoin. Then guys, let's go to the shorter term time frame. I want to dive into the 4-hour time frame, because the 4-hour time frame is actually looking quite interesting. Pattern wise, we could be forming a falling wedge formation right here. Right now, where we are getting squeezed into this pattern, we actually have a bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame. We can see that the price is setting lower lows right here, while the relative strength index is setting higher lows. We also broke the declining resistance in the relative strength index, and right now we are in the middle of the process of backtesting that former resistance as support, which could cause a small bounce right here, together with some buying signals over on Orion's belt or other momentum indicator. Bitcoin in the shorter term time frame is not looking that bad, and I think we could be seeing a breakout to the upside from this falling wedge formation, and eventually see a short-term bounce in the Bitcoin price. The target of this falling wedge formation is the top of the wedge. That would be at 46,700. It would be nice if Bitcoin could reach that level after a breakout. We do have to be careful here, because Bitcoin got rejected at the 200-day moving average, and so far we got a retracement, or we got a drop in the price of Bitcoin. It's also possible that we are going to get a breather right here and eventually still see lower levels. So that is very important to note. Although we do have these signals over on the momentum indicator, these bullish divergences and so on, that can also just as eventually be expressed in the price as a breather, where we just see a small bounce, and maybe we get rejected at this key resistance level, which we have been watching already for quite some time, which is at 44,800. That is the horizontal resistance from this former ascending triangle formation, where we have seen a failed attempt of breakout from right here. But I definitely expect, because in here we can see that this level has been respected quite significantly, I do expect that we could get a rejection short term from this level as well. And if Bitcoin is not looking too bullish and we cannot reach the target of that falling wedge formation, then that would be a logical level where we could be seeing Bitcoin rolling over, and maybe eventually still see lower levels. So yeah guys, that is how Bitcoin right now is looking to me. It is a little bit insecure. There's no clear direction for Bitcoin right now. I think it's smart to assume that Bitcoin is looking bearish due to the fact that we just lost a key level after breaking it. Normally that is one of the most profitable ways to approach the market in my experience, right? The same as what we did with when Bitcoin right here lost the 38.20% right here after breaking it. This was also the moment we are turning bearish, but right now we are getting that signal on the weekly time frame as well. So as long as Bitcoin is trading below these key moving average, I'm just going to assume that the price continues to go down and that it is looking rather more bearish than bullish. However, I also want to take in mind and take into consideration that we have already negative funding rates for an extended amount of time, and that in the history of Bitcoin's price action, we actually never saw a substantial move down after a period of negative funding rates. It's always the majority of the traders and investors are most of the time at the wrong side of the certain extreme. So when we are seeing extreme optimism, then most of the time that is a point where Bitcoin can actually roll over. And when we are seeing extreme pessimism, extreme negativity, which we have seen over the past months, definitely also visible in the funding rates, what we are normally seeing is that Bitcoin tends to trend up from there. So I still think there is a quite likelihood for Bitcoin to trend up, but we just want to see Bitcoin first reclaiming some levels until we can gain back that confidence in the market. So guys, that is basically what I'm watching with Bitcoin. Short term, you can trade the potential falling wedge formation right here. A breakout to the upside looks right now likely with bullish divergences in the momentum indicators. If you are interested in trading this small formation in Bitcoin, which could be a trade-off if we were to reach the this target, approximately 5% move, but if we reach the target of the falling wedge formation, it can be a 10% move. And of course, if you are trading that or on the spot market or with leverage, those are quite profitable trades. If you are interested in trading Bitcoin, you can do that on multiple exchanges. I'm recommending 3 exchanges down below this video, and if you sign up on one of these exchanges using my affiliate link, you can get an additional bonus. The biggest bonus that is going on right now is over on the Bybit exchange. If you sign up with my affiliate link down below and you meet the deposit requirements, you can get an additional bonus up to $4,100 and a discount on your fees. So for all the traders interested in that, you can find my links down below this video. Then guys, if you like today's analysis, make sure to leave a thumbs up. They're very much appreciated. If you are new, make sure to subscribe down below. And I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.